Welcome to the Daily Current Affairs by CivicCentre IAS, where we try to discuss the important articles from the Hindu, the Indian Express, and the PIB from the UPSC CSC prelims perspective. Displayed are the list of articles which we are going to discuss in today's video. The first article of today says that inequality is on the rise as the share of labor income has stagnated worldwide. Further, a large share of youth remain out of employment, education, and training according to the International Labour Organization's World Employment and Social Outlook September 2024 update, which was released in Geneva on Wednesday. In this context, let us talk about the International Labour Organization. See, the International Labour Organization, in short called the ILO, is devoted to promoting social justice and internationally recognized human and labor rights, pursuing its founding mission that social justice is essential to universal and lasting peace. Know that it was created in the year 1919 as part of the Treaty of the Versailles that ended the World War I to reflect that the belief that universal and lasting peace can be accomplished only if it's based on social justice. Notably, the headquarters of this ILO is in Geneva of Switzerland. Significantly, it is the only tripartite UN agency, that is, the negotiations within the organization are held between the representatives of governments, trade unions, and the member states' employers. Further, the ILO brings together governments, employers, and workers of 187 member states to set labor standards, develop policies, and devise programs promoting decent work for all women and men. If we talk about India and ILO, see, India is a founding member of the ILO and it has been a permanent member of the ILO governing body since the year 1922. Notably in India, the first ILO office was started in the year 1928. Further, India has ratified 6 out of 8 core fundamental ILO conventions, which are Forced Labour Convention, Abolition of Forced Labour Convention, Equal Remuneration Convention, Discrimination Convention, Minimum Age Convention, and lastly, Worst Forms of Child Labour Convention. But India has not ratified the 2 core or fundamental conventions, namely the Freedom of Association and Protection of the Right to Organize Convention of 1948 and Right to Organize and Collective Bargaining Convention of 1949. Lastly, some of the reports published by ILO are the World Social Protection Report, Global Wage Report, World Employment and Social Outlook, and lastly, World of Work Report. The next article says that more than 90% of the projects under the Smart Cities mission, which was launched to enhance the quality of life in urban spaces, have been completed according to the Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry. In this context, let us talk about Smart Cities mission. See, the Smart Cities mission was launched by Honorable Prime Minister on June 25th of 2015. Know that it is a centrally sponsored scheme. Significantly, the main objective of the mission is to promote cities that provide core infrastructure, clean and sustainable environment, and give a decent quality of life to their citizens through the application of smart solutions. Further, the mission aims to drive economic growth and improve quality of life through comprehensive work on social, economic, physical, and institutional pillars of the city. So, the focus is on sustainable and inclusive development by creation of replicable models which act as lighthouses to other aspiring cities. Now, if we have to talk about the Smart Cities mission strategy, firstly, Pan City initiative, in which at least one smart solution is applied citywide. Then, to develop area step by step, 3 models of area-based developments are retrofitting, redevelopment, and greenfield. Further, the implementation of the Smart City mission is carried out primarily through 2 approaches. See, the first one, under the Smart Cities mission, cities are being developed using an area-based development approach, where each of these 100 cities have selected a defined area for targeted interventions. Know that these ABD areas chosen through citizen participation are being developed as replicable models for other parts of the city. Then secondly, every city has included a pan-city projects, which are technology-driven solutions. Additionally, other key dimensions of the mission include creating a special purpose vehicle structure for program implementation, promoting multiple sources for funding for projects, fostering competitive federalism, and engaging the citizens. So at present, more than 8,000 multi-sectoral projects are being developed by these 100 cities. Further, more than 90% of the total projects undertaken under the Smart Cities mission have been completed. Notably, 75% of projects have been completed in 75 smart cities. The next article says that the center is expected to finalize the third phase of its flagship Electric Mobility Adoption Scheme FAME in a month or two, according to the Union Heavy Industries Minister. In this context, let us talk about the FAME scheme. So, the Department of Heavy Industry is administering the scheme, which stands for Faster Adoption and Manufacturing of Electric and Hybrid Vehicles in India, popularly known as FAME India scheme, since the 1st April of 2015. Interestingly, FAME India is a part of the National Electric Mobility Mission Plan. See, the scheme's main objective is to encourage the adoption of electric and hybrid vehicles by offering upfront incentives on purchase. Further, the scheme covers hybrid and electric technologies like mild hybrid, strong hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and battery electric vehicles. Now, what are the objectives of FAME India? See, firstly, this scheme encourages electric vehicle manufacturers and related providers to manufacture more electric vehicles in the country. So, its goal is to reduce vehicular emissions and air pollution levels in the country. Furthermore, the scheme also aims to establish an electric charging infrastructure. Additionally, FAME India scheme targets convert 30% of the total transportation into electric vehicles by 2030. So, the phase 1 started in 2015 was completed on 31st March of 2019 with an outlay of 895 crore rupees. In the first phase of FAME, the scheme had 4 focus areas, namely technology development, demand creation, pilot project, and charging infrastructure. Then in the phase 2, the Ministry of Heavy Industries is implementing the scheme for 5 years, starting on April 1st of 2019 with a total budget of 10,000 crore rupees. So this phase mainly focuses on supporting the electrification of public and shared transportation and aims to support through demand incentive e-buses, e-3-wheelers, e-4 passenger cars and e-2-wheelers. Additionally, the creation of charging infrastructure is also supported under the scheme. The next article says that the Ministry of Heavy Industries has selected Reliance Industries Limited as the successful bidder under the Production Linked Incentive Scheme for Advanced Chemistry Cell Battery Storage. In this context, let us talk about the ACC, which stands for Advanced Chemistry Cell, and then about the National Program on Advanced Chemistry Cell Battery Storage. Now, firstly talking about the Advanced Chemistry Cell. See, the Advanced Chemistry Cell, in short called the ACCs, are the new generation advanced storage technologies that can store electrical energy either as electrochemical or as chemical energy and convert it back to electric energy as and when required. Notably, such battery storages will cater not only to electric vehicles but also to consumer electronics industry and electricity grids. Now, talking about the NPACC scheme. See, the scheme is called the National Program on Advanced Chemistry Cell Battery Storage. Significantly, the Indian government aims to promote the manufacturing of technology agnostic ACCs within the country, aligning with its commitment to fostering innovation and self-reliance in the renewable energy sector. So, the scheme envisages setting up of a cumulative ACC manufacturing capacity of 50 gigawatt hour for the ACCs and an additional cumulative capacity of 5 gigawatt for niche ACC technologies. Notably, the manufacturing facility as proposed by the beneficiary firm would have to be commissioned within a period of 2 years. Further, the subsidy will be disbursed thereafter over a period of 5 years. See, the beneficiary has to ensure achieving a domestic value addition of at least 25% and incur the mandatory investment within 2 years and raise it to 60% domestic value addition within 5 years, either at mother unit in case of an integrated unit or at project level in case of the hub and spoke structure. Lastly, remember that the nodal ministry is the Ministry of Heavy Industries. The next article says that the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy has exempted export-oriented green hydrogen projects from its solar module shortlist of domestic manufacturers to enable them to lower the costs to the level of grey hydrogen according to the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy Secretary. Furthermore, setting up renewable energy capacity like solar to power electrolyzers is essential for the production of green hydrogen and contributes significantly to the project costs. In this context, let us talk about the National Green Hydrogen Mission and then about green hydrogen. So, firstly, talking about the National Green Hydrogen Mission, see, the intent of the mission is to incentivize the commercial production of green hydrogen and make India a net exporter of the fuel. Know that the mission will facilitate demand creation, production, utilization, and export of green hydrogen. Further, the mission has laid out a target to develop green hydrogen production capacity of at least 5 million metric ton per annum. Notably, this is alongside adding a renewable energy capacity of about 125 gigawatt in the country. Also, there are two umbrella sub-missions under the program. The first is the Strategic Interventions for Green Hydrogen Transition Program, SITE, that will fund the domestic manufacturing of electrolyzers and produce green hydrogen. Then the second is to support the pilot projects in emerging end-use sectors and production pathways. Know that the nodal ministry is the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Now, if we have to talk about the green hydrogen, see, the hydrogen is a key industrial fuel that has a variety of applications, including the production of ammonia, steel, refineries, and electricity. So, the green hydrogen is when the hydrogen is produced via electrolysis, the splitting of water into hydrogen and oxygen with the electricity generated from the renewable energy sources such as solar or wind. Significantly, it is the most environmentally sustainable way of producing hydrogen. However, all of the hydrogen manufactured now is so-called black or brown hydrogen produced from coal. Further, the grey hydrogen is produced from natural gas, while the blue hydrogen is from the fossil fuel sources where the ensuing carbon emitted is captured via carbon capture processes. The next article says that India's digital revolution has significantly transformed governance and service delivery in the recent years by creating digital identities, secure payments and transactions. This progress has paved the way for a thriving digital ecosystem across various sectors, including finance, healthcare, education and retail, positioning India as the leader in the citizen-centric digital solutions. So, for a similar transformation of the agriculture sector, the Union Cabinet Committee, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, approved the Digital Agriculture Mission. See, the Digital Agriculture Mission is designed as the umbrella scheme to support various digital agriculture initiatives. Know that these include creating digital public infrastructure, implementing the Digital General Crop Estimation Survey, and supporting IT initiatives by the central government, state governments, and academic and research institutions. Significantly, the scheme is built on two foundational pillars, which are AgriStack and Krishi Decision Support System. Additionally, the mission includes a soil profile mapping and aims to enable farmer-centric digital services to provide timely and reliable information for the agriculture sector. Now, if we have to talk about the AgriStack, which is the Kisan Ki Pehchan, it is designed as a farmer-centric digital public infrastructure to streamline the services and scheme delivery to farmers. Know that it comprises of three components: Farmers Registry, geo-referenced village maps, and crop zone registry. Notably, a crucial feature of AgriStack is the introduction of a farmer ID similar to the Aadhaar card, serving as a trusted digital identity for farmers. Now, moving on to talk about the Krishi Decision Support System. See, it will integrate remote sensing data on crops, soil, weather, and water resources into a comprehensive geospatial system. Then, there is soil profile mapping, under which detailed soil profile maps on a 1:10,000 scale for approximately 142 million hectares of agricultural land have been envisaged, with 29 million hectares of soil profile inventory already being mapped. Significantly, the Digital Agriculture Mission focuses on grassroots implementation, targeting farmers as primary beneficiaries. Now, the key benefits of the mission include: firstly, digital authentication for accessing services and benefits, reducing the paperwork and the need for physical visits. Secondly, enhanced efficiency and transparency in government schemes, crop insurance, and loan systems through accurate data on crop area and yield. Then, thirdly, crop map generation and monitoring for better disaster response and insurance claims. And lastly, development of digital infrastructure to optimize the value chains and provide tailored advisory services for crop planning, health, pest management, and irrigation. The last article of the day says that in a significant stride towards ensuring the health and well-being of the children of 0 to 6 years of age, Mission Poshan 2.0 has made remarkable progress in tracking the growth of millions of young lives through its monthly growth monitoring initiative Poshan Tracker, which is also a theme for this Rashtriya Poshan Maah of 2024. Further, the Poshan Tracker program has successfully identified and addressed the growth issues, paving the way for targeted interventions and improved nutritional outcomes. Significantly, the Ministry of Women and Child Development has received the National Award for E-Governance for the Poshan Tracker initiative yesterday in Mumbai. In this context, let us talk about the Mission Poshan and then about the Poshan Tracker. See, Mission Poshan 2.0 seeks to address the challenges of malnutrition in children, adolescent girls, pregnant women, and lactating mothers through a strategic shift in nutrition content and delivery, and by creation of a convergent ecosystem to develop and promote practices that nurture health, wellness, and immunity. Further, Mission Poshan 2.0 helps tracking a child's growth pattern over time through WHO growth charts, which are essential tools used to monitor children's growth and development. Know that these charts plot key anthropometric measurements such as height and weight against age and sex-specific standards, providing a visual representation of a child's growth trajectory. Notably, this visual representation of a child's growth trajectory enables Anganwadi workers to assess nutritional status and detect deviations, facilitating early intervention and support. Then moving on to talk about the Poshan Tracker, see, it is a cutting-edge ICT application which plays a vital role in this process, enabling timely identification and tracking of growth issues. Now, what are the objectives of it? See, to combat malnutrition and help making India malnutrition free, to provide a real-time monitoring of nutritional status of women and children, to implement targeted interventions like take-home ration, hot-cooked meal, vaccination for infants and pregnant women, and lastly, with the aid of growth measuring devices available at each Anganwadi center, accurate data entry, and regular monitoring, the program has achieved impressive results. So in this video, we have discussed 7 articles in total for today. From the Hindu, the Indian Express and the PIB from the UPSC CSC prelims perspective. We'll be back again with another video tomorrow. Thank you.